Well, Linda is in Koh Lanta, but me and Simba are here from the farm, Living with Spirit, our center in Chiang Mai, Thailand, where we help people to unlock any physical, emotional, or spiritual blockage to attract more abundance, like more personal, emotional, and financial freedom in their lives. And one of the things that we offer here at Living with the Spirit is our TRE Provider Program, the tension and trauma release exercises. Simba is the teacher trainer, and Linda is graduating from the 2022 cohort. Any week now you're graduating?
Yes, very soon.
Very soon. So it's been almost a year. It started in October, so you're pretty fast. So what is it? It's going to be like 10 months? Simba, I'm looking
I
at
guess
you.
so. Yeah, exactly.
It depends. You're not finished yet. You're at the,
No,
when
exactly.
we're done.
you're at the finish
But I
line.
will do my best. Yes.
Yes. So today, Linda is, well, we're going to have a conversation about her experience in the TRE Provider Program and, to see what you think about it. So why don't you share a little bit about who you are and your background coming into TRE so we know what brought you to the TRE program?
Yes. I was just thinking about my background, but before I moved to Koh Lanta 2009. So it's been a while. I've been on this island. Before that, I worked as a social worker in Sweden, Stockholm, mainly with juveniles and it's a lot of I did a lot of things as a social worker. It's a quite it can be hard to describe sometimes. It's a lot of things, but I worked mainly with dysfunctional families and especially juveniles that needed some help and guidance in life. So a lot with criminality, drugs, and stuff like that. So I've been working my whole adult life with people and health in different ways. But 2009, I wanted to do something else, and I moved to Koh Lanta. And here I've been working as a personal trainer and also like health coaching in many different styles and healing. That's what I've been doing for 14, 15 years soon. Helping people to a better health, both with physical training, but also emotionally and like to get a better balance and healing.
Yeah, it's been your full-time profession since you came to Thailand. So it's like
exactly.
14 years.
Yeah. As my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you come in contact with TRE? How did you learn about it?
It was at the farm at Living with the Spirit. When I came to you the first week, I think we had 1 or 2 TRE classes that week. So that was the first time I get in touch with that modality, TRE. And next time when I came to you again, just a few months later, maybe 2 months later, I came back and stayed for 3-4 months.
Yeah. So then you got to do a lot of TRE.
Yes, exactly. A lot of TRE. So, and then, it just felt very natural when Simba and you told me that Simba is doing this provider program, and I, of course, wanted to join. I had already seen a lot of benefits from TRE with myself, just my personal journey and healing. So I was very interested to start a little bit deeper journey and to get to know more. So I just had a very good feeling with it, and I wanted to be one of the first students.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
think you were the first one to sign up.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah.
So what was your personal experience with the TRE when you, for the period of time, for the 3-4 months that you stayed here with us? What was your what was it that you experienced that was so interesting?
Yeah, I could really feel like a lot of releases in my body, like emotionally and physically. Like I felt a lot more like soft in my body, and a lot of releases from my stomach that I wasn't really aware of how much blockages and emotional things going on in my muscles and in my stomach. So, and that was so cool to use that kind of tool where you don't have to think about anything really. You just follow your body, follow the organism, and just let the body work on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main thing was absolutely like I felt my body was getting softer and softer, and less tension, less contraction, less cramping in my body. So I felt more open and free, and like, okay, this is good, and if I continue to do this, it will be probably even more fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it now for a while.
Yeah, you've been. I mean, if you include all the months that you were here, it's way more than a year. It's almost a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how would you say like your background when you came to Lanta, as I understood it, was exercise, like physical exercise? You did a lot of group classes, and of course you had healing at that time as well, right? But as I understood it, that's kind of where people knew you as, in Lanta, like Energy Linda, I'm gonna do exercise and I'm gonna get fit and gonna get motivated. How do you feel that professionally changes as you start to have internal shifts working with TRE, right? Because it's not just the muscles, it's all these internal like processes, getting to know your own nervous system and patterns. How would you say it has affected you both, kind of professionally, but also how you look at, like you said, I've always been working, helping people my adult life. What are the shifts that you would notice since you started working with TRE?
Yeah, one thing is that I can definitely see that I attract other people than I did before. It's less people who come to me now that want to like, I want to have this, crazy workouts. And it's like my shift also make a shift in other people. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that I only have like new clients. I can still have some of my old clients, but they have I can feel they have another understanding. And I think that they feel like a bit more relaxed to not doing like all those crazy workouts and to think differently about workout. So definitely I attract other people. Yeah, I think that's absolutely, that's one of the main things that I really can see. And also when I work with people, no matter what kind of things I do, healing or personal training or I just see a very big shift in everything what I do, and it's more awareness, and I speak to my clients in another way, with another understanding about the nervous system and what they actually need, and I can help them better to guide them better in to their goal, So you can, of course, come to me and want like workouts, but with another understanding, more body awareness, and I can help them to, like I said, guide them better to actually get better results as well. Because a lot of people have a lot of stress in their body and have a lot of tension and pain and things going on. So for me, it's that makes me very happy to be able to give them something more, to give them more like safety and more to make them feel more relaxed about everything, I think.
So
And
what
not
it's
push themselves so hard.
yeah,
More
exactly.
accepting, right? More
Yeah.
inviting. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
It sounds like so we often talk about that the program is going to change you in many aspects of your life. Not only you become a TRE provider to have this tool that people come to you for TRE specifically, but we also talk about the fact that it changes you in all aspects of your life. So it sounds like even with working with personal training and exercise and people's health in general, that the knowledge not only the knowledge, but also the transformation in yourself has given you a new experience in other parts of your profession.
Absolutely. I can see like in both professionally and of course for myself personally, it's just it's really, like we say here, life changing in so many ways. And how I like interact with other people, with friends, with family, with business partners, all constellations. It's really cool to see how my life has been so much more balanced. And when you work with your nervous system and all the knowledge I have now, I can also feel that all my decision comes from a much more grounded place. All my relationships and everything around me has changed because of the shift I've made. And that is life-changing.
Yeah. That's so amazing.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And I remember when I finished the training, I was asked to talk about my experience, and I remember, wow, it's so hard because once you make a shift, it's hard to remember how we used to be. Like, oh, where did I come from? It's like, I don't know. Like, that's not an issue for me anymore. Sometimes we can remember certain aspects, but I would say definitely what you said, the energetics of it. Like, we call it the autonomic nervous system shift in the program, that we are regulating the nervous system, right? But you're really switching the energy in you. And just like you said, then you might attract the same people, but they will come for something different, because body to body feels there's something that shifted in you, and now that invites me into this similar. So yeah, I think it's really like everyone that does the program, they kind of gets like a little feedback or like a reflection on the whole program. You haven't gotten it yet, so that's why you're confused. You will get it soon.
Yeah.
But that's a really nice aspect to do, also just go through, like, wow, okay, that's where I started. And you see your first like weird log or tremors in the beginning, and see what comes up, and then you kind of see like a timeline of what you've done. And yeah, I think that was really helpful for me to kind of gain that empowerment and confidence, like, wow, I did this. I can do this with someone else. I can guide someone else through the process. And that was really life-changing for me. I was like staying away from everything that was close to therapy. And it's not therapy, but it's just helping someone self-regulate on a deep level. And yeah, I really feel I seen that in you. We're going from a lot of co-regulation to seeing like you're able to do it on your own. You don't need any music or oil or exercise, you can just sit down and find home. And I think that's the biggest change I've seen in you, you know, as a teacher, right? You're really like is coming back.
That's lovely to hear.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I can really feel that too, that I'm much more connected with my body. And yeah, with all this knowledge about the nervous system, that I can use in my daily life to help myself ground all the time. I use these tools all the time, and I check in with myself also all the time. And during the day, whatever I'm doing, it's like I'm asking myself, is this helping me to get more grounded or not? So everything is like very connected to self-love and TRE all the time. Like, how can I take better care of myself and my nervous system? How can I ground myself? And because I come from a very, very stressful life for many, many years, maybe all my life. So I still remember how not everything, but a lot of things, how I used to take care of myself or not take care of myself, to have a lot of stressful situations in my daily life. But now I'm very, very much aware with everything I do, everything in my daily life, and I think about it constantly to just help myself to ground and feel better. And I've really experienced maybe not all, I don't know, but a lot of benefits from this and TRE, that is like this life I'm starting now is something totally different. And even if I still have stress or tension in my body, it's so much like a very big difference from before, even if I still have to work a little bit with it. But it's now I can really see it's working, and it gives me so much joy in my life. And I know it's just getting better and better and better all the time, as when I continue doing this work with myself and with other people.
So what responses have you been seeing in the people that you've been working with? Because during the program you work with a lot of different people, and how has the tool been received? Because we start usually with our closest community and the existing people in our lives to try on and invite to different activities and stuff. So how has that been received?
Yeah, that's very, very well. I didn't really know what to expect, but it made me so happy that everyone I talk to, or if they come to private or that I've been having, but every single people I've met have been very, very open to it, very interested, and wanted to know more about it, and really wanted to try. So, and they, even in just one session, people felt something like a big change, even if it doesn't help with one session, but obviously enough to make them more interested and want to do it more, and can feel a difference from just one session as well. That's been really, really cool and inspiring, that people really want to know more about this, how to let go of tension and stress in your body.
Yeah, that was my experience too, that people, once they got the introduction and they're like, wow, what is this? I want to know more. So what did they experience just from one or two sessions? What have they noticed?
I think, like, in general, they talk about like feeling a shift in the nervous system as well, like feeling much more grounded. after the session, and also start to get to know being more body aware of their body, and like all the time getting back to the body. And yeah, most of them have commented on that. That's a little bit new for them, to really feel into the body and not being so much up here in their minds. So, but just like a relaxing feeling, less tension, and being more present.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, that's really the essence of it, right? You know, finding home and becoming more embodied, or the somatic, as we say, you know, going from head to body, because you can live your whole life here and not actually being fully alive, you know, in a survival state, trying to figure things out, but not really connected to what I'm actually feeling, you know. So I think that's beautiful message, definitely, to come in contact with that. And that's what the founder says, you know. Sometimes people cry, sometimes people laugh. You notice laughter.
Yeah.
But it's just
Wow.
coming back to life, right? It's like we might have held in the laughter a whole
Yeah.
life, and now I'm like, the body's like, I want to let this out, I want to come back, and then just erupts. And yeah, and you connect to something very deep inside of you. So that's beautiful that you feel that you're able to give that to others, and just, you know, one session they get to experience it. And of course we need to practice coming back to it, but that you can feel it, right? That you can have the experience. I can sit and talk to you in 2 years and you explain everything to me, the science, and then I go to one session, I'm like, wow, that's how it feels, you know. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think they are getting so amazed also because it's simple in a way. It's very simple, and it's a natural mechanism we have that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, only that is just to wake up the body again. Like, okay, we have the natural mechanism to protect ourselves and to contract when we need, but we also have this mechanism to release and to open up again.
Yeah.
And to let go. And that makes people like, wow, how can we have missed that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if we talk a little bit about the program itself, so how did you experience like the training, like the nitty gritty, like the experience of the actual program?
Yeah, exactly. We had one weekend where we met physically at the farm, but then we're doing everything else online, and that's been working great. So we had this group. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of things this this past year. It's been really helpful also to work in the group together, and also to see the other people grow, and that's been very inspiring. And to work with, I think most of the times we have a bit of fear and anxiety or worry about like showing yourself, being very personal. So I think that's a huge part of the program that really helps, and make you a better provider as well, because you have to you have to get out there and you have to show all of you. You can't hide anything. And that's what I really wanted to, because when I started the journey with you guys, it was really like I wanted to be as open as I could and just tell me Sarah and Simba what I'm doing, so I can start to change. So that's, I think it's a little bit the same in TRE, because you have to open up and to be very personal, and grow together with other people, to learn from them and to learn from myself, of course, and seeing it as a practice. So I really, not all the time, I've been stressed sometimes as well. So I have to work on that feeling. But but it's a really, I really love this time, and together with the group and Simba, of course. It's been a very safe journey, but also you can explore yourself a lot.
Yeah.
And that's been very helpful. Very, very helpful.
How do you feel like the timing? Has it been enough time to do things? Has it been a good pace? Do you feel like you've had enough time to do all of the things?
Definitely.
Yeah, it hasn't been too rushed.
No, I don't think so. I've been having a lot of things to do at the same time.
Yeah, you have.
Like definitely worked full time. A little bit less now, but before.
Yeah.
But still, even if I had a lot of things to do on my schedule, it was not too much to handle.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, when I think
So I
about
think
it, I
it was
haven't
a
heard
good
anything
pace.
from you that you have been too stressed, or I haven't heard any of that.
No, it was when I had a lot of, I was working probably more than a full time. So for a period of time, I felt I was a little bit behind with my reading. But I had a plan and I catched up again. So I just told Simba, like, now it's now it's a little bit too much, and I was like trying to push everything in my head. So I just felt like, I need to relax a little bit more, and I had a plan for catching up everything. Yeah, it felt really, really, really good with everything, and time to integrate as well. So you're not just feeling like a stuffed sausage.
Yeah, like a
Sometimes
lot
you
of
do that, you
information.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's like too much and you're getting overwhelmed. No, it felt really good. And also because I'm surrounded with people and Simba, that it's a safe environment also to express whatever you're feeling or work with the emotions when you're feeling stressed. It's not about the TRE program. It's something something inside myself that I need to work on. So that's also, I think that's been really a good experience as well. And to whatever you're doing, whatever blockage or whatever things coming up inside of you, you can work with it.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah.
what it's all about. This is a deep personal change where you work with your own nervous system for a year, like on
Yeah.
an educational basis, but also like on a practical. You actually heal your nervous system in the container, and things come up, and that's the point, so that you can hold space for someone else by the end of it. So
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
was
I
it
had
for
it.
me also. Like, it brought up one of the things that I really needed to overcome, and I did
Yeah.
it, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, we were talking about it. You told me before, like your experiences, and also like recording yourself could be a little
Yeah.
bit activating, and not,
Yeah,
and
being seen.
most people maybe don't like it to start with, but just to go through that is just amazing.
For me, that was life changing. How I viewed myself and how I was able to present myself, and to allow myself to be seen. And that is actually one of the bigger reasons that I am able to host all these podcasts and all these seminars, and we just do tons of lives and video content all the time, and I feel super comfortable because I did that training. I had to face whatever I needed to face. So for me, that was a massive transformation in my profession, in my personal life.
Yeah,
And
totally agree on that.
and so the training is in English, and your first language is not English. How did that feel? How was that for you?
I haven't really thought about it much. Most of my educations and studies has been in English, even if I'm not like 100% fluently. Sometimes I feel like it could be hard to express something, but yeah, it's been an environment that is very yeah, just a safe environment again. That, and of course, if it's been something special, I know Simba can speak Swedish too. But no, it hasn't been any problem. I don't think it's not that kind of, like, all the material, the study material is very easy to understand, and of course, some of the books could be a little bit more harder to grasp in a way, but and of course, it could take a little bit longer time for someone who doesn't have it as a first language. But I wouldn't see it as a problem at all. No.
Yeah, for me it wasn't either. I found the books wasn't. I mean, there were some words or something, but I could look that up or I could ask. I didn't feel
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it was a limiting at all. And
No.
Simba doesn't only speak Swedish; he also speaks Espanol and Portuguese. And,
Yep.
so he's multilingual.
Yeah, and I actually taught TRE in all the language too.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, okay.
they're a little bit easier in some of the languages, but I can kind of like, I can teach a whole training in Spanish and Portuguese. Yeah, I probably need a little bit of help with that. But
No, but you could help someone who is speaking that as part from
yeah,
Sweden.
I have.
That's a
Yeah.
side note. Side
Yeah,
note.
yeah.
So the question that we all want to know is, how is Simba as a teacher?
Oh,
Oh.
putting me on the spot now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Mm. Um, I haven't. Yeah, I have thought about it. I really like to work with Simba. We've known each other now for a little bit longer time than the TRE program, because I've been at the farm. But I talk about safety all the time, because it's nervous system and safety is hand in hand. Yeah, I always felt very, very calm and relaxed around Simba, and that makes it easier to understand and to like take in all the knowledge and to understand everything. So yeah, everything with, I guess, your nervous system, how you teach and how you talk, and makes it easy to yeah, as I said, to learn and to I think when the more safe you feel, it's easier to listen, to understand, and everything. So and you can really hold the space for all of us at the same time, and just feeling, even if you can feel a bit stressed sometimes, or like you are behind or whatever, you're always very comforting and calming, and like yeah, in a very good way, and not just comforting and comforting and calming. It's like I was just thinking about, yeah, when I had a little bit of stress for a while, and I felt like I couldn't really we get this schedule with all the times and everything, and I felt like I forgot about sometimes like the schedule and where to look at things, and it's like I know everything is there, but I couldn't really, because I was activated and I was a bit stressed about it. So Simba reminds me that it's like, okay, what happens if you calm down a little bit?
Have you tried relaxing?
Have you tried relaxing? Like, okay,
Internal joke
okay,
here.
I understand. Yeah.
It's not,
Have you
not
tried to
planned
relax?
Funny.
Yeah. So I don't know how to explain it really. I wanted to explain something there that you also
okay.
help to understand what you're going through in a way. Like if you're feeling stress and you're like, I don't find the link, or I don't, you're stressing yourself up. It's not about the program or Simba or anything. It's about my nervous system, and that I felt stressed or I wasn't relaxed. And then I didn't find anything. It's like, So I learned so much about that as soon as I felt like, I don't find the links. Like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to self-regulate. I need to relax, and then I will find whatever I need, because everything is already there. I think the whole structure and everything was or is really, really, really good. So if you don't find things, it's about it's about myself or yourself. If you does it make sense what I'm trying to
It does 100%.
say?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. So what I'm hearing is that he is so he's good at guiding you, even though you might have a reaction. He will guide you through the program and your reaction at the same time, and invite you to learn something about the situation, like a third level.
Exactly.
So it's like
so you learn so
multi-layer.
much more. Exactly.
Yes,
It's multi-layer, and you
multi-layer.
learn so much more. Normally, I have never been on education or any kind of studies that where you get that kind of help.
Yeah.
In that way, to really learn about yourself and what's going on and what's happening. So it's so many layers. That is really cool.
Thank you. Very kind.
Yeah, that's very nice. So what I'm hearing is also that it's okay to not be like the perfect student, and to reach out for support, and that you will get that if something happens. Yeah. And since you have a whole year, you can also catch up if you fall a little bit behind. I mean, there's timings that you need to keep, but sounds like you also have a little bit of slack, and that the program is created for.
Exactly, because things can happen in your life.
Yes, exactly.
But
it will happen.
It will happen. Yeah,
it will happen. Things, for sure. So, but still, I think it's good when you have a little bit space for that you can, like I said before, when I was a little bit behind with the reading, but I had my own plan there, so I was like, okay, I know I can catch up. But it's not a good feeling to be behind all the time. So I would really recommend to do everything. There will be time, and there's also like I missed one session, and Simba immediately find a way for me to catch up again and to make it very quick. So I think even if there's room for if you're a little bit behind or everything, at the same time, I think you did a good work, Simba, with pushing, but not to make you really do the things we should do in time. And I think that's very important too, to not feel like, I have all the time in the world, because you want to have a good momentum all the time. So you don't forget about things and like, that was a long time I did that. And, you really need to have the momentum, I would say.
Wonderful.
Okay. So who do you think should apply for the TRE Provider Program? Who is this for?
I would say everyone. Maybe you don't want everyone. but
that would be a lot of applications.
That's a lot of
Whoever shows
obligations.
up is who is meant to show up. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. No, but even if you don't want to like work with other people, or if you don't want to be a TRE provider, I think like the whole program is, like we said already, life changing, and you will learn so much about yourself, your nervous system, and other people's nervous system, and all the relationships around you, in your business, with your friends, everywhere. So that's so helpful to get a better life, even if you don't. I wanted to be a TRE provider, and from the start, so I already knew that. But so of course, for everyone who wants to be a provider, but still, you can learn so much from just being. If you want to get a better life, get a better health, understand more about the nervous system and how that affects your life, because it does affect your life a lot in so many ways. So yeah. So I can't really say that group of people, or like for everyone interested in getting a better life, and to know more about the nervous system.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
And
I
it for
felt too.
sure
Yeah.
will, yeah.
But
And
it was now
because
it's
you
the
are not a
foundation.
provider, even if you can, you don't do any classes, you don't have teach classes.
No.
But still, everything we do in our business or whatever, all kinds of corporations,
Yeah.
it's a
Everything is
huge
based on it.
benefit. Yeah, everything is based on it. So you will in all areas in your life, make them more better, healthier.
Yeah, we usually say that even though you don't want to be a provider, I mean, if you're a provider, you can also combine it, as we spoke about earlier, with any kind of other modality, that it's like a baseline to become better at everything else that you do. But we also talk about being a better parent, a better coworker, a better leader, a better husband or wife, or be whatever, like a coworker, friend. It's
More
like
of yourself.
yeah, more of yourself, like and the healing aspect, because when the nervous system is activated, the self-healing mechanisms in the body is shut off. So first of all, it's a gift to yourself. And and that's where we talk about abundance, when you have an overflow, then you can share to others. And it's impossible for a very activated nervous system, or even if you're in the blue zone and dissociating, it's difficult for a body in that state to help another person heal, because the nervous system talks to each other, and the other nervous system can feel like you're not doing too well over here. So
No, exactly.
so that's
I don't trust you.
yeah, so that's how you become also a better parent, for instance, because the child can feel that you are grounded and that it's safe to be who the child really is. And having the knowledge about the nervous system will also, I mean, it just absolutely transform your life. So yeah, from that aspect. And the TRE Provider Program is for anyone who wants to heal themselves, wants to start a profession in healing. It's the base in our trainings. So we will keep adding more trainings as the years go by. So it's a very, very good base to start with, but it's also a fantastic complement to whatever you're already doing. So
yeah, I just wanted to say that yeah, okay, soon.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that with everything, we talked about it in the beginning a little bit, about with the healing I do and other kinds of modalities, or I've been able to change so much already. Like it feels like the TRE is such a good ground for everything, even if you're already working with mindfulness, healing, all kinds of things. I feel like it's been really, really important for me to have this knowledge about the nervous system. Even if you might think you are grounded and working with this stuff already. But to have the TRE program combined with that is just amazing. And so everything I work with is different now.
Yeah. Even the
And
real
I
estate.
use even the real estate for sure. Even the
I mean, we joke about it,
Yeah.
but no, it's, I mean,
no, it's real because
because you can feel where the other person is at. Like you can feel, okay, there's a lot of fear going on. Oh, it's a lot of
Yeah.
activation going on. Oh, it's stress about other things. And then you can easily navigate and help people to come back to themselves. And that is, as we say, it's like in any situation, like with every
Yes.
person you meet. It's like the person in the register in the supermarket, you know, it's like, oh, she's having a bad day, how can I support, you know, instead of
Exactly. I was just going to say that. That is life changing as well, because I don't walk around and get irritated or activated. I can be, but then I'm very aware of it. It's like, okay, what happened there? And if someone comes with a bad attitude, I don't need to be like angry on that person, like, oh, that idiot. I can just see something else, and I can see maybe a person who is activated or and that makes it easier for me to navigate around the world and with other people around me.
But that's
so
a big deal.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
Becomes less personal. That's I think that's what we usually talk about in the
it's
program.
nothing about
You can
me,
see
like
that,
it's between them and their nervous system.
Exactly. No one's mean because they want to be mean to you. It's a response in their nervous system, and I can choose to go into a tennis match with it, or just be there calm and grounded and allow them to settle down. And that's a big one. That's a really big one for the program.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
When we said, let's keep it to 30 minutes, Linda said, good luck.
Yeah, she did.
Here we are, 47 minutes in.
Here we are. Yeah, I hope this was helpful.
I think so. I think we got all the aspects of the different. I mean, there's so many nuances in the training, and people are joining for different reasons. So I think we covered all of that. And the next cohort starts in October. Applications are open. Spots are filling up fast, so you will not be able to wait until October. I can promise you that. I think it will probably sell out pretty fast, like pretty soon, because the early bird investment ends after June. So yes, there's not a lot of days left in June. So if you want to grab your spot, I don't think you have time to think about it too much. So, and if you have questions, specific questions, you always can do a free consultation with Simba to add, like, no strings attached, to get all your questions asked. Like, is this really for me? I'm thinking about this. How do I combine it with this? You can always reach out to us. You can read all the details about the program on livingwiththespirit.com. You just find in the menu, you find the TRE training. You have all the information, and if you want the exact dates for everything before you sign up, you can also reach out to us. We have everything, all the dates for the whole year is set, and if you have any questions about that, so reach out. The application is on the website. The cohort is signing up by fantastic people so far, so I think it will be an awesome group. So anything you want to add, Linda or Simba?
I think I've said enough for today.
No, but I really like to invite everyone in to do it. It's like we said, it's a personal process. I think that is the main thing that people tell me they get out of the program. Of course, I get a tool, a skill that I can monetize, and I can work and make a living and integrate into the business I already have, or start something new. But the inner journey that we talked about, and the experiences and the realizations, is priceless. Actually, I've tried. I've felt I tried it all, right? And I'm still doing trainings today, right? I'm still doing more trainings, and yeah, I don't think I'm felt the same way about any other training like this one. And the fact that I did this training allowed me to see other trainings in a different way. So I will definitely say that the personal journey is the real gem, and it's hard to explain it. So that's why I'm really grateful that you were here today, Linda, and shared your view of it, because I think that's really the treasure. So that's really why I want to teach the program too, for people to have this experience. And then you can continue on in your life and just having more of these experiences and going deeper into everything else.
Yeah, I was about to say that, because when you start doing TRE, you feel like, okay, I get it. And then 5 years down the line, it's still opening up like, whoa, like, wow. And people are like, oh God, this and this. So it's just the gift that keeps on giving. It's like it's expanding from the inside, just opening up new realms of awesomeness. And yeah, if you haven't watched our other podcast episode with Dr. David Berselli, the founder, you should go over to our YouTube and find that episode, because that's amazing, the way that he describes what's going on. That's fantastic episode. So if you haven't watched that, head over and watch it.
Do it.
Do it. Okay.
Do it.
Way over.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much
for sharing your journey, being so open and heartfelt and lovely person. Thank you.
Thank
Lots
you.
of
Bye.
Thank you.
bye.
Kisses and hugs. Bye bye.